1,440 when there was a plunge protection, as we know, that came in. And then we stayed at that level for a long time. Why? Because we had to believe something was lurking. Turned out that nothing was lurking. Now, I think that there are perma bears right now emailing me saying, Jim, you're way too sanguine. This is obviously something where we could go down 25%.
Yeah, but we're already, I should point out, I mean, those moves in the first minute were so dramatic, and we're well off the lows now. Verizon, which had been down, I saw it down, over 12%, is now down 4%. Celgene had been down 21%, is now down 10%. The volatility is extraordinary.
Right, and like I said, that was that preseason versus keeping the regulars in comment.
It was. Some of those moves were, I've never really had
This is your stock market failing.
But we're coming back fast. Not to say that we aren't down dramatically still, with almost 5% decline in the S&P. But again, Apple now down 6%. It was down 11% at the open.
And I reiterate once again that Tim Cook, as of this morning, sent me an email when I questioned about China fears and China worries. But I regard as reassuring. I say I regard because obviously others aren't, or you wouldn't think that Apple will be down as much, and that's about how iPhone activations accelerated over the past few weeks, just to reiterate that for those who missed it at the top of the show. Look, when you have these situations, you have a lot of younger people who didn't trade through the crash. You have other people who think that the only time you get these declines is when you have genuine systemic risk. I am not asking you, David, whether I should put all my money in J.P. Morgan and earn or treasuries. Now, I did put some money in treasuries in 2007 because I didn't trust the bank. In 2008,
I remember you getting on the phone with us one morning, and you were a fan of going to the ATM.
Yeah, I remember speaking with Brian, on Nightly News saying with Brian, you know what? I don't know if my ATM is going to work, and that was after the TARP was rejected. That was poorly received.
That was nothing. Yeah, I could imagine.
Everything is dropping.
Questions being asked then. We can all remember those conversations. Well, am I better off? What's the value of paper? What should I bury in my backyard? Nobody's talking about anything
CVS
like that right now.
down 20%.
We're going to have a down GDP.
Okay, I mean, what is the S&P lagging today? This is interesting. CVS down 20%. Now, maybe people smoke more after a crash and they don't sell cigarettes, but is CVS going to buy back? So will they do whatever's necessary? Will CVS have a down number? Will their numbers go down?
CVS down 20%, now down 11% within 10 seconds.
Right. I mean, a lot of these are strongly performing names through the year. There's one name on there that you could argue.
Look at CVS level off.
Oh my God, you're going to give me Freeport, aren't you?
This is called volatility.
Right.
Sold to you.
Sold to you. Again, not making light of it. It is so easy. If I were younger and had not traded through 87 and some of these other crashes, I would say I have no idea what's going on. I am telling you the machines can do these kinds of things. Now, J.P. Morgan, let's take a look at J.P. Morgan. Let's use that because it's the largest bank. It traded at 54 within the last year. So is it right that it got traded to its 52-week low? I can say that you should sell JPM down to 54. I can make that case. But my problem is that JPM is stronger than it was a year ago. And I do not think that they are levered to Chinese banks.
These guys are trying to cool it off. They're trying to cool it off.
So you are clearly not.
It's melting down.
A recession in emerging markets makes its way here, because that's the one thing the bulls cannot answer yet.
Right, I think
if a recession hits.
I mean, it's funny.
If a recession hits,
which I think is kind of emblematic. Sorry to put my head to my bald head. There you go. Ulta Salon. Okay, was it 120 today? All right, 120. Well, it's at